It's go time for the Pelicans here at home. Here they are coming down the tunnel earlier in their finest attire. And the game arrival, sponsored by Express. Dress like a pro. The New Orleans riverfront gleaming brightly along the Mississippi here tonight. It's Thursday night and it's the NBA here on 2K Sports. And tonight, we'll see the New Orleans Pelicans as they go up against the Los Angeles Clippers. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. David Aldridge joins us from the sideline. Here we are in November. Let's see how things are shaking out in the West early in the season. You look at the Clippers, fourth in the conference, an excellent season so far for them, though they'd like to jump into the top tier, maybe the top three. And of course, there's the Pelicans, sitting directly below them, just one spot down.
And I think for New Orleans, they're one of the NBA's early season success stories. They've made an immediate push toward the top of the standings.
I'm not sure how long they'll be able to stick around up there, but so far it's been a lot of fun to see how much progress they're making.
Here are the starters for Los Angeles. The two stars, George and Leonard, fill up the forward slots. Williams is out there with Patrick Beverley. And Harrell's in at the center, filling out the middle. And for the Pelicans, Ingram the 3 and Zion the 4. Ball and Holiday combine at the guard spots. And it's Favors in at the center. Now, here's Ball. Clark, the rookies are still trying to get their firm footing as the new season begins and a new arena for them opens up. Talk about your journey over the course of your rookie year.
Yeah, I remember it was really exciting to have fulfilled the dream of being an NBA player. I struggled early in the season, particularly against some of the veteran guys I ran up against, but found my rhythm and really played extremely well for the second segment of the season. But there was a period, Kevin, when I ran into a wall and just had nothing in terms of sharpness or legs. And then all of a sudden, after about a week and a half of that, it just went away. And I hit my stride and finished strong.
The Pelicans shooting their first free throws tonight. The first trip to the stripe in this one.
Shooting two.
No good on that one. A whole new cast of characters for the Pelicans. 3 promising first-round picks, Greg, and the young players acquired from the Lakers and veterans like Favors and Redick.
All of a sudden, a wealth of options for Alvin Gentry. Time will tell how they did in the AD trade, but seems like they're off to a nice start.
And the second free throw, good. Here's Leonard. What a tremendous game he played against Houston. Earlier, David Aldridge spoke with head coach Doc Rivers. What'd you find out, David?
Thanks, Kevin. Looking at these matchups, he thinks they can pound the ball inside with success. He wants them to get points in the paint early, force the defense to collapse, and then play inside out. We'll see if the opponent sticks to that game plan as well, guys.
Thanks, David. And the Clippers making a change here. Zubac is checked in. Ingram against George. Paul George with the steal. And now it's Leonard running. Here we go all the way. And it's Leonard with the jam.
And then Leonard enjoys jamming it home, Kevin. Got to keep him as far away from the hoop as possible.
Here's Ball. 14 points from him the last game against Houston. Williamson kicks to Ball. And George gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, quick foul to pick up right away here in the first quarter.
First quarter, about a minute and a half in. Here's Holiday.
The nastiness, the edge, the tenacity, the ferocity that Beverly plays with, really admirable.
Here's Leonard, and finished off by Leonard.
Whoa, that'll wake you up.
He is such a great athlete.
No question about it. He's very comfortable in the air. Dunks like that, no problem for him.
Now, here's Ball. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 11 points a game. Favors trying to break free, and the Pelicans miss again. Clippers have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Williams with a clean look. The Clippers rebound. Leonard the pass to Williams. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist.
And you know what, Kevin? As a defender, you think maybe you can intimidate Williams. Wrong. No way.
Williams against Ball. Outside Favors. Back to Ingram. Clock at 6. He gets it in there.
And Ingram hits these mid-range jumpers, guys, in his sleep. I mean, the defenses can't allow him to get going from there. That's his sweet spot.
Passes to Zubac. Outside Leonard. Tries again. And Zubac puts it in.
How about the perseverance there, the extra effort on that offensive glass?
And here's Ball. He'll bring it up for New Orleans, trailing by 2. Left side Favors. Misses off the left iron. For Los Angeles, they've gone 4 of 7 from the field, shooting over 50%. The shot by George, no good.
Tell you what, the defense was lucky there. I mean, leave him that open from range, he'll typically knock it down.
Ball against Williams. Here's Williamson. Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a 3-point play. It's on Kawhi Leonard.
And that's grown man muscle. Williamson relishes any chance he gets to take the defense on and finish.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
One shot.
And maybe the most popular player to enter the league since social media became truly pervasive. Zion Williamson handles it with class. He really appreciates his teammates and his coaches and really respects the game.
Now here's Leonard. He's one of the better scorers in the league, averaging almost 25 points a game. Over Favors, and Leonard gets it to go. Leonard's got 6 points. Here's Ball. And talking to stars in this league, even they want to see what Williamson's going to do next.
Sure. We talk about the leaping ability at his size, the handles, the shot making. But what really stands out when you watch him live, the instincts. Being at the right place at the right time and always seeming to make the right play.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
The Clippers trail. Outside Williams. Zubac finds Williams. George with the ball. He's covered by Ball. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And perhaps the most shocking news of the NBA offseason, Greg, the trade of Paul George. Nobody saw that coming.
Took a ransom of draft picks to get him off the Thunder. Kawhi Leonard recruited him to join him on the Clippers, and Paul obliged by demanding the trade. Came together quickly and caused a major power shift in the West.
The first one falls.
Well, for so much of what Paul George brings to the table, you have to start with his defensive impact. He is one of the top defenders in the league at his position, if not the best.
And so he's able to get 1 of 2. You look at George with all he does, Greg, you sometimes forget how good his perimeter defense is.
Well, I mean, his teammates and coaches won't ever forget about the impact he has on that end. Even when George isn't scoring or the shot isn't falling, he is still a monster on the floor just with his defense alone.
Beverly wide open. They grab their own miss. Leonard, no luck.
Boy, patrolling the paint well, protecting the rim. That's exactly the kind of defensive effort you need against him.
Here's Favors. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Zubats has got 4 rebounds in this game. To the inside, stolen by Holiday. Pass to Williamson. And the dunk by Williamson.
Paul, such a terrific passer. He seems to have a sixth sense, nice feel, which is hard to teach.
Clippers trail by 3. Williams looking around. Outside, George with the teardrop, and that one good.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
Now here's Ball. There's the pass to Holiday. Dishes it to Favors. And it's Ball in the corner. 6 to shoot. Off target from outside. And stolen by Favors. He feeds it to Williamson. And Beverly kicks to Zubats. Pass to Beverly. From deep. The Clippers keep it alive.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
You know, guys, I think he's got confidence to shoot it from anywhere, but he could have gotten a better one than that. There you go. Relentless pursuit of the ball. I love it. He never stopped working.
And it's Leonard with the ball. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. It's a 3-point game. Fires from 14, and that one goes long. New Orleans leading by 3. Here's Ball. It's hauled in by Beverly.
He's certainly been cold this quarter, guys, but trying to shoot his way back into a groove.
So for the Pelicans, Okafor is checked in for Favors. Etwan Moore comes in for Ingram, and J.J. Redick is subbed in for Drew Holiday. And then for Los Angeles, Jermichael Green, he's checked in for Patrick Beverly. And Landry Shamet subbed in for Lou Williams. Now, here's Shamet. 9 points last game out.
Fadeaway was the right shot there because it got his attempt away from the defender, but the touch was poor.
Now, Ball. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. And for all the drama surrounding Lonzo Ball's entrance into the NBA, one thing is for certain, he can play.
And Lonzo will always have the media attention, but the fact is he is a very talented player. His playmaking and passing was as elite as advertised from day one, starting to find his spots on how he can score for himself. But everything else with his game is what you'd want from an elite point guard.
And he makes the first. Well, it was only a short stay in L.A. for Lonzo Ball, traded this past summer as part of the Anthony Davis deal.
And getting out of L.A. might be the best thing for him. Still a great defender and playmaker. His best years, without a doubt, could be ahead of him here in New Orleans.
Hayes, he's checked in for Williamson. He doesn't get the second one. A superstar summer, Greg, for the Los Angeles Clippers in Kawhi Leonard and in Paul George. Greg, they have 2 elite wings, great defenders in their prime.
Give them credit, but also Kawhi Leonard pushing the levers behind the scenes. He wanted another superstar to join him in recruiting Paul George, who still had 2 years left on his deal in OKC. Kawhi took unprecedented control of his free agent destiny.
New Orleans making a switch here. Hart's checked in. On the free throw, no good. A lot of different ways, Clark, to construct a roster. What would be your preference as a general manager? The direction you might want to go?
Well, obviously, if you have an opportunity to get an outstanding franchise-type point guard or versatile wing player in today's game, I think those are the pieces that you really need to start with.
Because there's so much spacing and so much switching on defense.
Exactly, and I failed to mention a two-way player at that wing spot who can defend multiple positions but also has a pretty strong offensive skill set.
Now here's Moore. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. And it's blocked. Here's Magruder. One up, one down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
Oh, my. I didn't know he had the crossover in his bag of tricks. Now I've seen it all.
New Orleans has gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. Now here's Redick. He's covered by Shamet. Shamet with the steal. All alone. Throws down the breakaway jam.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense.
Here's Okafor after the Clippers pick up 2. 5 to shoot. New Orleans needs to get off a shot. Redick with the 3.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Here's Magruder. And oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Here's Hart. And he finishes nicely on the layup. And the Pelicans lead by 2.
How about that? Redick showing the same kind of accuracy on that pass as he has on his three-point shots, which is quite remarkable. That's how you drop a dime, though.
And here is Los Angeles now. The Pelicans make their last shot. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jahlil Okafor. That's his first foul. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Pelicans.
Fellas, they're passing the ball the way you're supposed to here in this first half.
Something else they've been able to do so far tonight is earn those tough points in the paint.
And that one misses. I'll grade the Clippers signing of Kawhi Leonard and Paul George the grand finale of the wildest summer in NBA free agent history.
A ton of big moves. You think of the star players who've changed teams. 1/3 of the league's all-NBA selections and 5 out of 10 of the reigning all-star starters. In the end, we saw 7 players who've changed teams, signing for over $100 million each. Put that in perspective. Only 8 players had ever done that in league history.
Hart, no good.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
And you know what, guys? That will pump him up because he takes a ton of pride in what he does on defense.
Pass to Zubac. Harkless on the wing from downtown. The shot, no good. So the Pelicans will take it the other way. Coming into this having notched a win against the Rockets in their last game.
Well, it helps when your opponent makes that many mistakes. I thought that was the story of the game.
Yeah, I think that was a big part of it for sure, as it is anytime you make a bunch of mistakes. All they had to do was follow their game plan, and that's exactly what they did.
And stolen by Redick. Moving it up. And Hayes throws it down.
And that's the kind of play you just do not want to give up defensively. You lose the possession and give up a quick 2 at the other end.
Clippers trail by 6. There's 48 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Hayes with the steal. Here's Hart. He kicks it to Okafor. Redick is in the corner. A three-pointer, no good.
Boy, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
Inside. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Zubac has got his second basket of the night.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Redick passes to Hart. Moore outside. Pass to Redick. Fires the 3. Nailed from three-point land. And the Pelicans lead by 7.
And Redick drains these shots constantly. I mean, senses and feels the separation and then capitalizes on it.
And that concludes the first quarter of play. New Orleans on top, leading by 7. From New Orleans, back in a moment. Paul George had that nasty broken leg back in 2014. He describes what inspired him to come back even stronger.
My inspiration really came from my mother. You know, her dealing with stroke, her dealing with really being down and out. You know, I saw her fight back. That was enough for me in my darkest days. I knew it was nothing to what my mom went through, and she came out perfectly fine. So.
Well, what a story. George worked hard to get back and is not disappointed in his return.
You know, recovering from a devastating injury is never easy, but George's perspective and commitment helped him to overcome it.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And taking a look at the Pelicans' performance here, guys, what are your thoughts?
Well, you can see these guys are unafraid to take chances defensively.
Well, you know, the defense, guys, is just disruptive, active, and energetic, and you can't afford to be loose with the ball against these guys.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Green is out there with Harrell. Then there's Landry Shamet. Then there's Mo Harkless. And it's Magruder in at the 2 guard. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, we know about Lou Williams' story. The 3-time Sixth Man of the Year may be undersized, but he keeps finding angles to score. Williams said, "I can't shoot straight up. I've always played crooked. It's weird, but it's something I've developed, fading away from guys. I have bigger defenders on me, and it's just about creating space." Kevin, even well into his 30s, Lou Will still does it as well as anybody.
I would totally agree, David. He is always deadly. Thank you.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
And that one falls for Okafor. And Clark, when you think back to your playing days in high school, what memories come to mind?
Well, just the fun of being able to have success all 4 years I was at St. Joseph High School in Cleveland, the way the city rallied around us. My senior year when we had a chance to play for a state championship, unfortunately came up short. The teammates and coaches and teachers that I had a chance to enjoy those 4 years with, all really fond, special memories for me. And, you know, coaches will take possessions like that all day long. Phenomenal use of the screen there.
And wow, you just have to love the motor on Montrezl Harrell when he's on the floor. Great on the glass, and he just plays with such a fire.
On the free throw, no good. And with Harrell, you can see how his energy spreads to the rest of the team.
Reminds me a bit of what Fareed used to bring the team. Harrell is also undersized, but boy, he makes up for it in so many ways.
And now approaching 2 minutes of action here in the second quarter. The pass to Magruder. On the wing, Green. Kicks to Harrell. Pass to Shamet. Shot clock at 6. And the wide open shot from Green. Drops in the tray. Green's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for the Clippers. And here's Redick. He'll bring it up for the Pelicans. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. They get to take on the Heat at Miami after this one. That will be a getaway game for them, a one-game road trip. Now, here's Redick. He puts up decent numbers on a nightly basis, averaging about 10 points a game. Here's Shamet. They get it back. New Orleans leading by 9. Here's Hart. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's going to be on Montrezl Harrell.
You know, guys, Josh Hart is somebody that's going to give you everything he's got. His combination of outside shooting and defense is really quite valuable to any team.
New Orleans shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one drops. And 4 years at Villanova for Josh Hart. Won the title back in 2016.
He just makes winning plays, hits perimeter shots, and the 30th pick in 2017, he has been solid.
Looking who's out there now for the Pelicans. Williamson is checked in for Hayes. Ingram comes in for E'Twaun Moore. And it's Holiday in for J.J. Redick. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. And after a promising rookie year for Josh Hart, Clark, last season a knee injury really held him back.
Yeah, and I love Josh Hart's game, guys. I mean, his season ended prematurely due to surgery on his patellar tendon. He's a smart, tough, versatile, winning player. And I think he's looking to get back to playing at that level and being healthy all season.
Now here's Williamson. Kawhi Leonard unable to get his shot to go. Hart. And the Pelicans miss again. Clippers trail by 11. In the corner, George with it. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. And that's now 6 points for Paul George.
Right there, I think you got to try and run George off his spot. I mean, he's a lights-out long-distance shooter and has great confidence.
Now here is Holiday. He had 22 points in the win against Houston.
And what opened things up for him was his passing. He was making so many plays that the D had to play off him. And they have yet to miss a shot from the line here this quarter.
Yeah, you have to make teams pay for fouling you. That's why they call them free. And they've done exactly that, made them pay.
This is his first free throw of the game.
Shooting 2.
And he knocks down the first one. Clark, we hear a lot about the young basketball players in this country, the good ones playing in the AAU system. Is that the best way to develop talent for the NBA?
It's one of the better ways because the competition level is quite good across regions and throughout the country with these AAU teams. I think there's some great AAU programs and some tremendous benefits to participating in AAU basketball. Some things are better than others with it, but overall, I think it's pretty solid.
Now, here's Leonard. He's got 6. Williams trying to break free.
And he moves so well. When Leonard drives the lane, it's pretty much a guaranteed bucket. Terrific body control, and he plays with the ultimate force.
Ball kicks to Williamson. Back to Ball. They get a hand on it. Stolen by Beverly. And pushing it up, here's Los Angeles. George has got the ball.
And if Williamson's in the area, you better be careful. When you aren't, he's going to stifle you on the offensive end.
Clippers trail by 8. And pushing it up, here's the Clippers. The 3 from George. And it's Leonard missing. New Orleans has gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. Here's Ball. It's hauled in by Paul George. Los Angeles has gotten both of their three-point attempts to go down here in the second quarter. And it's Leonard missing. Pelicans leading by 8. Now here's Ball. Here's Ingram. Kawhi Leonard with the rebound. Leonard's got 4 rebounds in this game. The shot by George, no good. The Pelicans have gone 3 of 8 from the field since the beginning of the second quarter. Here's Williamson. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And how much fun is it to watch this kid? I call Zion Williamson a kid, even though he goes about 280, and he has a certain composure that really belies his years.
Shooting 2.
That free throw good from Williamson. And with Williamson, it's not just the obvious stuff that impresses you, Greg. It's the little things as well, the attention to detail.
You know, Kevin, one thing that stands out to me, every time I see this young man, the eye-hand coordination, whether it's on steals, deflections, block shots, he always seems to pick it cleanly.
No good on the second, so he hits 1 of 2.
And we first heard about Williamson in high school, and that was due to his dunking ability. Now he's a full-fledged star on the rise.
Oh, and just a soft touch on both ends of that pretty alley-oop.
I got to say, when he threw the pass, I didn't know where it was going.
Neither did the defense.
Beverly against Ball. Here's Williams, and it's Williamson with the rebound.
Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
Yeah, another column in the stat sheet that hasn't gone in their favor. To climb back, they've got to put forth more effort.
Here's Ball. After the basket by Los Angeles. It's Ingram on the wing. Does not score again. That's his 4th miss against 1 make. Williams from outside. Pelicans pull it in. And this is the first season matchup for them against this Clippers team.
In this game, just the first of 4 meetings between these two. They'll get quite familiar with each other by season's end.
You know what, guys? I don't know. I get the feeling that this could be an interesting matchup this season. This first game will tell us a lot.
And it's Williamson missing. And so it's Leonard with it. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. Trailing by 5. George dishes to Leonard. Some solid defense from Ingram. New Orleans has gone 3 of 7 tonight from 3-point territory. Feeds to Favors. Williams against Ingram. Clock at 6. That one's good. Maybe that'll get him going after a 2-for-6 start.
Yeah, you know, he's slight of build, lanky and long and athletic, but he still finishes through contact, and he's not afraid to go in there and take the hit either.
Stolen by Ball. Williamson, the pass to Ingram. Excellent D there from George.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
And you know, guys, I love his fight and grit on the interior. I mean, he never lets a shot go uncontested.
Pelicans leading by 4. Ball with it. It's Ingram on the wing. Got a piece of it. Leonard with the steal. Beverly finds George. Williams for 3. And the rebound goes to the Pelicans. Williamson's got 4 rebounds in this game.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
The battle to a standstill on the boards has really been something to watch. And the game's not over yet. We'll see if one of these teams maintains more energy than the other going down the stretch.
Here's Ingram. Here's Favors. That one dropped for his 2nd bucket. Mark him 2 for 4.
You've got to be aware of him at all times. He's a bully on the backboard.
Williams against Ball. That one's good. The New Orleans lead is cut down to just 4 points with a bucket from Williams.
Oh, I like that quick trigger release, so smooth, even with the defender in his face. Williams knocks it down.
Ingram outside. Passes it to Holiday. Wide open shot is on the money. Holiday's got 7 points.
Yeah, you know, you look at Ingram, and it's not all about scoring with him. He shows he shares the ball as well.
Here's Williams. A 32-point game for him in the win against Houston. Here's the teardrop. It's good.
Challenging the bigger defender cutting him down to size with that one.
Well, the size mismatch is no problem for this fella, guys. I mean, how much do you like seeing that aggressiveness from him?
Now, here's ball. Pass to Holiday. Ingram outside. 6 to shoot. Back to Holiday. Beyond the arc. Connects from three-point range. Holiday's got 7 now in this quarter.
You know, he started slow, but now in the second quarter, he's finding his groove.
Ingram against George. Fires for 3. And it's Williamson with the rebound. Williamson's got 5 rebounds tonight.
Yeah, and a dangerous trend here as they're starting to live and die with outside jumpers.
Really good point, Greg. I mean, you want to keep that balance, and attacking inside creates space for shooters, and having shooters creates opportunities inside, so it works hand in glove.
And the Clippers decide to take their first timeout here. Zone defense, Clark, being played now by a lot of teams. It's amazing that even with that, the point totals just continue to rise.
And you know what? I attribute the point totals continuing to rise to a couple of things. One, the volume of three-point shots that are being taken. And I think teams are playing at a little faster pace universally. You don't see as much walking the ball up the floor as I think you may have seen in years past.
A platoon swap here for New Orleans. The Clippers also making some changes. Zubac is checked in for Green. Harkless comes in for Patrick Beverly. And Landry Shamet subbed in for Lou Williams. Now here's Redick. And the pass to Hart. Pass to Hayes. He can't get that one. Great D that time from Leonard. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. And Harkless slams it in.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yep, exactly. And if there's any opportunity for early offense, you've got to push it and push it every time.
Now here's Redick. Passes it to Hayes. 1:11 left in the first half of basketball. Near the three-point line, it's Moore, and that one's on target from the wing. And the Pelicans lead by 7. There's a minute left in the first half of the game. Pass to Leonard. Redick with the rebound.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
And you know what? He's not going to give up an easy finish at the rim. I mean, that's just against his constitution.
43 seconds left in the first half. Leonard looking over the floor. Outside for George. Here's Zubac, and it's blocked. Here's Moore. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. But they get it back. Now the pass to Redick. Now here's Hayes. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Moore. Here's Shamet, and down it goes, jamming that one home.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
And so it's New Orleans, bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. The defensive work they've done against Paul George has been a big factor. He hasn't done anywhere near the kind of damage we expected. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Alvin Gentry. Coach, you're leading at the half. What will you continue to emphasize to your team?
Well, I mean, defensively, we still have to be good. We got to rebound the basketball. And then we've got to continue to push the basketball and score offensively.
We'll see if you can keep that going in the second half, Coach. Thanks. Back to you.
All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is right here. Say hey to the folks, Kenny.
Hey, folks.
Say hey to the
Your
folks, Shaq.
Hey, folks.
Hey, let's get this party started.
Okay.
After the first 2 quarters of play, it's New Orleans in control. They've got the 7-point lead. Shaq, how do you think New Orleans played?
Well, it was an unselfish, team-oriented half of basketball. The ball never stopped moving. Their offense had a great flow to it. It prevented anyone from getting lazy out there. They're always moving, cutting, knowing where they need to pass the ball, Ernie.
Kenny, what's your take on the Clippers?
Their inaccuracy from behind the arc was brutal. Shot selection, I didn't see any. The perimeter offense they're running, you could scrap that. They need to get back to the basics. Pound it inside, more pick and roll. Try to pick up some easy buckets in transition.
Thanks for joining us, folks. We're now just a few minutes away from the start of the 3rd quarter.
And we've got 3rd quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. Kawhi Leonard really has his fingerprints all over this one.
Yeah, pretty much all throughout that first half, and he was taking care of his business on the low blocks and getting more than his fair share of dunks.
Guys, he's been in beast mode down low, asserting his will. The defense has been helpless, unable to slow him down.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. Clippers trail by 7. Zion is the 4 with Favors at the 5. Holiday and Ingram out on the perimeter. And it's Ball in at the 1 spot. That's Alvin Gentry's 5 as we get into the 2nd half.
Beverly looking to score as soon as he gets the ball now, so you can't give him any room.
And here's Ball. He'll bring it up for the Pelicans. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. Outside Holiday. Here's Favors. And the rejection by Zubac. Williamson. And the dunk by Williamson. Clippers shooting a mediocre 41% in this one. Holiday against George. Outside Williams. Here's Zubac. It's good. Great play by Williams to set it up. Williams has got 3 assists in the game. Pelicans leading by 4. Ball, the pass to Favors. The 10-footer finds the target. Favors has got his 3rd basket of the night.
A pass-first point guard, Lonzo Ball, is very consistent at looking to get his teammates involved.
Favors gone 3 of 6 from the floor. Williams with the ball, and Holiday picks him up defensively. And so the ball's out of bounds. Favors touched it last. Montrezl Harrell, he's checked in for the Clippers. Leonard kicks to Williams. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. And that one's good. George.
They're doing work here in the 2nd half. 3 or 4 to start.
New Orleans has gotten fewer than half of their 3-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. Greg, I'm just so impressed with the level of finesse and craftiness that Lou Williams always plays with.
And Kevin, you don't stay a perennial 6th man of the year candidate at Williams' age without having more than a few tricks up your sleeve. He's so good in tight spaces and can find a way to get a shot up where others just have to kick it out.
Now here's George following the shot by Drew Holiday. From 8, and the shot is good. The Pelican lead has been cut down to just 2 points from the bucket from Harrell.
Everything working for him out of the half as they've hit 4 of their first 5 shots.
Holiday against Beverly. Pass to Favors. And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen. And for a look at how the competition stacks up right now. These, the new power rankings, they tell a great story. Taking a look at Orlando, they're gaining on some of the teams above them, trying hard to crack into that top 5.
I think for New Orleans, they've been sinking on this list to start out the year. Not what they or really anyone else expected, but that's why you play the game.
Williams can't hit. For New Orleans, they've gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. Here's Williamson, and the dunk by Williamson.
And that was an absolute hammer. Williamson is downright lethal when you allow him to gain some momentum.
Williams against Ball. With some arc. Ball with the rebound.
Man, I can't believe he blew that gimme, guys. Well, I know he's frustrated about that.
Poke loose. Stolen by Beverly. And George kicks to Beverly. It's tipped. And here is Ball. Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. On the wing, Holiday. No good from outside.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
Williams passes to Leonard. Over Williamson. Leonard, no luck.
Usually, guys, he's going to knock that one down from there. Proficient at operating in that medium range area.
And again, New Orleans has no luck.
That's exactly how you have to defend him. He's a guy that the D needs to be aware of at all times.
And it's Beverly missing.
Well, I cannot believe he didn't capitalize there. And neither can he.
He lobs up the alley-oop pass. And it's Williamson missing.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
And you know, guys, always a tough catch on the lob. Placement and timing have to be close to perfect.
Now, here's Ball. Following the miss by Lou Williams. And this is what the schedule looks like for the Los Angeles Clippers. On Saturday, the Atlanta Hawks come into town. That will tip off a homestand for them. Then on Monday, they'll be matching up with Chris Paul and the Oklahoma City Thunder.
And for that matchup against the Rockets, that's a contest that could easily go either way. Small mistakes could be the difference, and both teams will need to be at their best.
That free throw, no good.
You know, Ball has proven he can pass and rebound the ball. He's a very impressive player. Now he just needs to add the shot and become more effective as a scorer.
Green, he's checked in for Montrezl Harrell. And he's good on the second. Now Leonard. He's got 14. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Los Angeles calls timeout.
Every timeout, a chance to review the lineups, matchups, or call a play.
And I agree. I think there's going to be a new wrinkle in their game plan when they come out of this timeout.
And a quick look here at some of the numbers for Harrell.
In the last 5 games, you can see the trend upwards for effective field goal percentage. And it shows you how confident he's playing right now.
Now here's Williams. He's got 9. Passes it to Leonard. Another shot. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
And he's got the athleticism and strength to be a powerful presence inside. Leonard never afraid to get in and mix it up down low.
Here's Ball. He has 5. Outside Holiday. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball. Ball's got 5 assists tonight.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Now here's Leonard. 17 points in the game. For the lead, it's rebounded by Derek Favors. Favors got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. Rebound by the Clippers. Leonard's got rebound number 8 now on the night. And the call will be against Lonzo Ball. That's his first foul. J.J. Redick's checked in for Ball. Ingram against George. Pass to Beverly. Deflects the pass. Here's Leonard. He's one of the better scorers in the league, averaging almost 25 points a game. And trying for the go-ahead basket, it doesn't go in. The Pelicans have gone a somewhat subpar 4 of 10 on their shots in the second half so far. Holiday against Beverly. And Holiday kicks to Redick. And there's the pass to Williamson. Just 5 on the clock. And plenty of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws coming up. And the foul called on Los Angeles.
Can't be this assertive with Williamson. He's already a pro at drawing you in and getting the call.
The second overall pick in 2016, a lot of expectations for Brandon Ingram. If anything, he puts that pressure on himself. This is a young man that wants to be great.
Catching up on the changes for New Orleans. Okafor comes in for Derek Favors. And Moore subbed in for Brandon Ingram. Both shots good from the stripe. And Clark, they say Brandon Ingram, his own biggest critic. Does all his frustration and worry become, you think, a hindrance?
I think it can be, guys. I mean, you can't weigh yourself down with self-frustration and self-criticism because it can keep you from being your best. At the end of the day, his talent is obvious. I think he's got tremendous upside, but that piece of the mentality that he brings has to be balanced out a bit.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
What, you mean the throwdown at the end? I'll tell you what, fellas, I mean, the highlight shows are going to pain them even more.
And here are the Clippers now. The Pelicans make their last shot.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
And you know that's how it goes with him. I mean, his hot streaks, guys, don't last minutes. They last days.
Josh Hart, he's checked in for the Pelicans. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Harkless is checked in. The free throw good from Kawhi Leonard.
And maybe the biggest story of this summer, where would Kawhi Leonard be headed in free agency? A player of his caliber commands that kind of media scrutiny.
Here's Hart. 8 points for him. Redick passes to Okafor. Over Green. And he overshot that one, missing.
The inside just a bit too congested for him to get the usual shot he would have with rhythm. And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Yeah, still close, but with their tough play on the boards, we're certainly seeing the effort.
Greg, you talk about the media focus for Kawhi Leonard. Not exactly something he embraces.
Not at all. As a kid on his birthdays, he'd shutter himself in his room because he didn't want the attention. To this day, he lets his play do the talking.
Here's Redick. Kawhi Leonard making his last shot. And then Okafor slams it in.
Boy, it's enjoyable watching Okafor use his size so well. I mean, he's just bludgeoning the rim whenever he gets it inside down low.
Clippers with the ball. It's a 3-point game. Atlanta will be traveling to face them after this game. That game marks the start of a 5-game homestand, the longest of the season. Here's Leonard. The second chance effort. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Yeah, coach's pet peeve there. No box out.
Those are free points you're giving away. You got to work harder on the glass.
And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Pelicans.
Guys, the passing we've seen from them has been tremendous. Very unselfish.
And also, I think it's really led to the rhythm and confidence you've seen from long range tonight throughout the entire game.
Balls checked in for Hart. And it's tied up with that one. Here's Ball. He's got 5. Pass to Williamson. And more kicks to Williamson. New Orleans moving it around. The shot by Redick, no good. And it's Leonard with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. They now take the lead. Harkless has got the lead up to 2 now for the Clippers. And the Pelicans with possession here. Now here's Ball. Pass to Redick. Takes the 3. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball. Ball's got 6 assists here tonight.
And this is exactly how Redick makes his living. An incredible three-point shooter who shoots it quickly.
Now here's Leonard. He's got 22. Tries from 16. And the dunk by Zubac. That gives him the double-double. 10 points and 11 rebounds. Guys, what a back-and-forth game this has been.
And that's already resulted in 7 lead changes.
Ball feeling it out a bit. Williamson, the pass to Ball. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession. And let's go real fast to the rookie leaderboard. These are the rookies shooting the highest percentage from the floor this season. Zion Williamson on top.
And the numbers say it all. I mean, he's tremendously efficient at scoring the basketball around the rim. He's almost automatic.
Yeah, excellent footwork he has. I mean, terrific in his shot selection for such a young player. He's dependable, coachable, steady. This kid's going to really go far.
Out of bounds, New Orleans will take possession. Harrell, he's checked in for Maurice Harkless. For New Orleans, they've gone 7 for 16 in the second half from the field, shooting a bit under 50%. Stolen by Beverly. And here we go. Fast break. Beverly's got it. And that one's good. Shamet. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for Los Angeles.
Boy, their hounding, harassing effort at the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
Yeah, but also, they haven't missed a beat in terms of their fast break game. That's been equally as effective all night long.
Williamson. And the Pelicans miss again, and it's the Clippers' ball. They're on a 14-5 run here. And Okafor with the block.
You've got to be cautious when Okafor's in the area. I mean, he's a giant. Not only is he big, but he's long. And that helps him block shots because of his good timing, too.
Left side, Leonard. Pass to Harrell. Shot clock at 5. Back to Leonard. And the rebound goes to the Pelicans. 1:12 left to play in the third. And there's the call on Patrick Beverly. That is his first foul of the game. .107 left in the third. Outside, Redick. There's the 3.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole because he is just not there offensively.
And it's out of bounds, and they say it was last touched by Leonard. Pelicans trail by 3.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
And the shot no good, a bit short.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And, you know, you can sense his frustration. This is going to be a test of his resolve here.
For Los Angeles, they have missed 4 of their 8 free throws up to this point. Things not really going their way at the line yet. Good on the second free throw. New Orleans has gotten a lot of looks from outside tonight. 5 of 12. The pass to Williamson. Over Harrell. And again, New Orleans has no luck. Clippers leading by 4. And Leonard has it in the corner. Floats one. And the layup is good. Leonard's got 12 points here in the second half.
As hot as he's been this quarter, the game plan is simple, folks. Get him the ball and get out of the way.
Ball with it. Near the three-point line. It's Moore. Misses. Kawhi Leonard has been on display for Los Angeles. That quarter had to take a lot out of him. He racked up 12 points. We'll return shortly. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
For me, next to the big-time alley-oops and monster throwdowns, passes like that are probably the next best thing when it comes to sweet-looking NBA highlights.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. And here's Ball. He'll bring it up for the Pelicans. They trail by 6. And the Clippers, looking at who they've got. We've got Patrick Beverley. Ivica Zubac is out there with Harrell. Then it's Williams. And it's Leonard in at the 3. Now here's Beverley. Jahlil Okafor unable to get his last shot to go. And Leonard gets it to go. Here's Ball. Pass to Williamson. Over Harrell. And it's Williamson missing. It's deflected and stolen by Williamson. Okafor. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got rebound number 15 here tonight. The kick out to Williams. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. Leonard against Moore. Just 4 to shoot. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here. Here's Harrell, and it's the Clippers scoring again.
Nice play, and you can see they're gathering momentum.
You know, they need to stay aggressive here. Build the lead up while they've got the chance. Don't waste this opportunity.
Timeout called here. The Pelicans decide to talk it over. And during this timeout, I'm sure they'll be hydrating themselves with Gatorade. All the effort out there on the floor, and these timeouts can be such a huge factor in getting a short rest and recharging the battery. New Orleans making some changes here. Derek Favors checked in for Williamson. Brandon Ingram comes in for Ejuan Moore. And it's Drew Holiday in for Lonzo Ball. Paul George is checked in for Los Angeles. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, I was able to listen in on what Alvin Gentry said to his team. He told them flat out, we are turning the ball over too much, guys. We can't keep making the hero ball play. Slow it down, run the offense, and make the safe pass. Back to you, Kevin.
Terrific focus from George there, reading the shooter the entire way through. A great shot blocker.
The shot by Williams, no good.
Not his best game, but they're still getting it done collectively.
And Holiday kicks to Redick. Over George, but he stays with it. Redick dishes to Holiday. Passes it to Okafor. Back to Ingram. And the rejection by Zubac. Ingram with the steal. Okafor, the pass to Ingram. Off target with his 3.
Talk about hurting your team. I mean, he just can't get anything to go out there.
Pass to George. Outside Williams. High arcing shot. Redick surveying the D. Favors in the post. Harrell on him. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. Harrell. And so he's picked up his final foul, and he will sit for the rest of this game. And the Clippers making a change here. Leonard's checked in. That one misses for Favors. Clippers leading by 6. Williams for 3. Up again, and Leonard stays with it. Leonard's got 4 points in the quarter.
Boy, fighting to keep that play alive. Beautiful tip in there.
Holiday against Beverly. The pass to Reddick. Outside Favors. It's Ingram on the wing. Pass to Okafor. Shoots over Leonard. And the Pelicans miss again. Los Angeles has gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Nobody near George. No good off the back of the rim. Pelicans trail by 8. Here's Holiday to the middle. Favors inside. He's covered by Leonard. And that one's good by Favors. And he's now got the double-double. 11 points and 12 rebounds. And stolen by Reddick. And Favors kicks to Holiday. Favors, great positioning on the putback.
A flat-out bulldog in the paint. Great job to follow his own shot there and get the basket.
Outside Williams. Beverly for 3. It's good. Great play by Williams to set it up. Williams has got 5 assists in the game. Williams against Reddick. Passes it to Holiday. The tray doesn't go for him. And the Clippers will come the other way.
He hit a couple in the first, but so far he's been unable to get uncorked here.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And you know you're going to get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can.
It definitely has the respect of the locker room. Holiday is someone that players enjoy playing with.
He hits the second from the line. Here's Williams. And here's George. Zubac's the pass to George. Three-pointer. Okafor grabs the miss. Okafor's got 6 rebounds in the game.
After hitting 1 3 in the first half, he's been unable to dial in from deep since then.
Now here is Holiday. Favors passes to Holiday. Favors dishes to Holiday. And Derek Favors picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Williamson is checked in for New Orleans. George against Ingram. George fires. And again, no good by the Clippers. And here's Holiday, who will bring it up for the Pelicans. 8-point game. Here's Williamson, the dunk and the foul. A powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. It's on Kawhi Leonard. That free throw good from Williamson. Now Leonard. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. And so he's picked up his final foul. And he will sit for the rest of this game. New Orleans making a switch here. Hayes is checked in. Well, you knew that Kawhi Leonard would be a huge name in the free agency market last summer, especially after winning his second finals MVP.
And Kawhi let the pieces fall before making his decision. Was the last major free agent to choose where he was going to play. Ended up shaking up the NBA in the process by joining the Clippers.
Now here's Ingram. Pass to Melly. Over Leonard. Good on that shot. And with that, the Los Angeles lead is cut down now to just 5 on the bucket from MyLeague.
Nice play call there. Down the stretch, getting him the open look.
Yeah, I put that one on the defense. I mean, they can't leave him open at this stage.
Los Angeles has gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth.
Yeah, but in the first half, he was just purely flawless as a ball securer. But that certainly hasn't been the case here. in the second half.
And the Pelicans making a change here. Miller's checked in. Now here's Ingram. He kicks it to Holiday. And the pass to Miller. Rebound by the Clippers. Zubats has got rebound number 19 now. Incredible board work. And Leonard gets it to go on the assist by Williams. That's now 32 points for Kawhi Leonard. Outside Holiday. It's Ingram on the wing. Back to Holiday. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's on Kawhi Leonard. First free throw is good. Lonzo Ball is checked in for Darius Miller. And good on the second, so he makes them both. Leading by 5. Here's Beverly. Pass to Leonard. From about 16, and he gets the jumper to drop. Leonard's got 10 points in the quarter.
It's just what the doctor ordered here. Boy, have they needed him here in the fourth.
Yes, they have. He's made all 4 of his shots this quarter, Greg. Definitely looking to be a dangerous guy.
Now here is Holiday. His three-pointers off the mark.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
Guys, that's been the key to their league. I mean, simply put, the effort they've displayed on the glass has been the difference.
Pelicans trail by 7. Now here's Ingram. It's tipped. Holiday with it. Back to Ingram. 6 on the shot clock. Ball kicks to Ingram. The offensive rebound. Here's Favors. The layup off target.
And that is a...
that was a strong dunk.
Forget about going for the long-range bomb to cut into that lead. Just take it to the hoop, my friend.
And how? Brilliant throwdown.
Exercising his authority.
Here's Williams. The Pelicans make their last shot. And it's Leonard missing.
Take what's available. Use the fadeaway when the defender's there on you.
Redick finds Ingram. On the wing, Holiday. Defended by Beverly. Holiday, the pass to Redick. Here's Favors, and Derek Favors with the slam.
Good to see a player going all out when the game's this tight.
You know, G.A., he knows what his job is. Patrol the offensive glass.
You know, that time I thought he did it with authority. Tremendous putback at a time when they really need it.
Holiday, the pass to Redick. And the rejection by Leonard.
And a sensational individual defender. Leonard will lock you down. Rejections are just part of the package he brings on the defensive end.
Now, here's Ball. Kawhi Leonard unable to get his shot to go.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
That one is off. That's off as well, so he misses both. And here's George. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. The shot by Williams, no good.
And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly.
Ingram attacking. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
Hey, when Ingram is in attack mode, it forces the defense's hand, literally. Good job drawing the foul.
And that one falls for Ingram. Both free throws good for Ingram.
And, you know, guys, for Ingram, the free throw line's been a trouble spot. Seems to me that he's not been able to get a consistent routine in approaching free throw shooting.
And the Clippers call time here.
And starting to send guys to the line way more than they need to. Let's get some good position defense going here. That should be the emphasis, and get away from the sloppy fouls.
And now the presentation of our Jordan player of the game, Kawhi Leonard.
And guys, he's been about as close to perfection as you can be. The intensity he's played with has been amazing. Just no let up. And as fired up as he's been, he's never let his emotions get out of control.
For Los Angeles, they've gone 7 of 16 from the field here in the fourth. That's about 43%. Goes back up. Out to the wing. Beverly feeling it out a bit. Shot clock at 6. And the Clippers miss again. What an opportunity here.
Yeah, a chance to take the lead. This is huge.
Ball with the bucket.
And Ball is one of those guys, Kevin. He wants the rock in his hand in these key situations because his teammates expect him to deliver, and he knows that he can.
Now here's Williams. 1:58 left to play in the final quarter. Passes to Zubac. Back to Williams. Can they get it? And the rebound goes to the Pelicans.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
You know, guys, it seems to me as though he's over anxious. He seems to be pressing, trying too hard, moving too fast. Just needs to calm himself down and wait for good shots.
Leonard against Redick. On the wing, Williams from past the arc. That one doesn't go. So the Pelicans will take it the other way. Ingram outside. Pass the ball. Now here is Holiday. He's guarded by Williams. Holiday gets the bucket. .105 left in the fourth quarter. And here is Williams. Got it. What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
Boy, Williams is feeling it in the clutch, Kevin. He's a quiet assassin. I mean, you don't know that he's got you until he has you.
Now, here's Ball. It's Ingram on the wing. Looking to end his cold spell. The shot, no good.
This isn't a done deal yet, but they have got to move quick.
They've got to go all out trying to force a turnover here.
A lot is on the line here.
Crowd is so focused.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. George against Ball. 6 to shoot. Back to Redick. From deep three-point range. That one's not going to go. And the Clippers call time here. They're down by 3. Just 2 seconds left in the fourth. What's your take, guys?
And they need a 3 to tie. But look, they've got enough time here to find a good look. They can run a play off the inbounds, make sure they get it in the hands of their best shooter. And it's all about the 3 right here.
No doubt. I mean, the next shot has to be a 3.
So it's a narrow victory for the Pelicans, pulling it out for the W. What a show they put on here at home tonight.
I mean, these are those games that feel so great to win, and really, it's like a knife in the gut to lose. You gotta love being on edge of your seat and just wondering what's gonna happen. How is this thing gonna play out?
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Jalil here at home with a competitive matchup. What got you guys over the top tonight?
To stand together as a team, playing as hard as we could. The fans were great, and we wanted to play good for them.
And you surely did, Joel. Thanks a lot for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. And we'll see you next time.